this is the Roundabout Podcast. This is episode 27. I am your host, Austin Sudduth, and with me I have Michael Levine, Shane Nicewonger, Hunter Brittle, and Tyler McClellan. How are you boys doing?
Doing fantastic.
Doing great.
I don't know if I'd land somewhere in between fantastic and great. Yeah, that's a fair, somewhere in between there.
Like an 8 out of 10?
I
Yeah.
actually think Tyler's phoning it in because when Tyler first joined the Discord, I asked him and it was not fantastic.
I mean, I was just playing it up a little for the pod, you know?
Lying
Oh, yeah?
to the people. How dare
You're
you?
lying to people.
Yeah, well,
This is not a podcast built on lies.
Inquiring minds want to know, Tyler,
It's
how are
not.
you doing?
but I'm going to make a segue out of that. That's what I'm going to do because I feel like I'm being lied to.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You guys ever walk through a grocery store or anywhere that you might buy paper towels or toilet paper, and you notice how the packs always talk about bonus rolls? Anybody know about
Yeah.
this?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have no issue with that. I think anybody can be happy with getting a bonus roll or two when you buy a pack of toilet paper. But I personally think it's getting a little out of hand. I was walking through Walmart the other day and I saw a pack of, and I'm going to call out the brand, Scott's toilet paper. And on it, next to Scott's toilet paper, they had triple rolls. There was a pack of 36 rolls of toilet paper. And you know what it said it was the equivalent to in normal rolls? 144 rolls of toilet paper. I told my wife, I said, I want you to envision 144 rolls of generic basic toilet paper and tell me it looks anything like the size of that pack right there. So I feel like we're being lied to with these bonus rolls. I think they are way over exaggerating how many rolls we're getting.
I think that's a lot of marketing is like they just make up numbers.
Right. 'Cause I don't think there is a default standard of this is how big a roll should be.
Right?
And back in the day, like when they first started doing it, because every company's doing it now, you would be hard pressed to find a toilet paper or paper towel package that does not say you're getting some nature of bonus rolls now. But back when they were doing it was like, you know, you buy a pack of 6 and it's like it's the equivalent of 8 rolls. That is reasonable. I can live with that. I actually went as far as to find the generic Walmart brand paper towels. They had a 2-pack. And then there was a 2-pack of the Bounty that said bonus rolls. Or sorry, no, it was a 2-pack of Bounty. It said you get the equivalent of 10 rolls out of this 2-pack. So I went and found a 10-pack of the generic Walmart brand paper towels and set them next to each other. And that was a whole lot bigger than that 2-pack of whatever the brand was. I think it was Bounty. It was a whole lot bigger than those 2 Bounty rolls. So I do not believe that you are getting that many bonus rolls, especially not 144 rolls of toilet paper out of a 36-pack. And I'm very upset about it. I feel like they're lying to us.
Well, with Bounty, you have to consider the absorption efficiency of their toilet papers because it is, quote, the quicker picker-upper.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I still feel like they are insanely over-exaggerating. Like, not just a little bit. We're not a couple rolls off here. Like, with that logic,
Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate here, though. Were they double rolls? Were they more than 1 ply? Because you could say if it is a 2-ply paper, then it is by default twice as much as 1-ply paper. So if it is 2-ply double roll, 1 roll is technically 4 times bigger than a standard 1-ply toilet paper.
That is a really, really good point.
it is a good point, but still to compare it to 100, and again, I'm just going off of this one package that I saw that was 36 rolls, and to say it is the equivalent of 144 rolls, unless we have little baby single sheet toilet paper rolls, like individually wrapped for one-time use, that's the only time I think you're getting 144 out of that.
Are you telling me there's multiple time use toilet papers out there? Go on.
I mean, there used to be they used to use rags. Yeah, it's like reusable
All right,
diapers.
we're not. Yeah, we've evolved past.
They
the
used to
rag.
use branches before toilet paper was invented. So
All right, I'm talking in the year 2025,
I'm
not.
going to use leaves before I use branches. The hell?
Well, not to miss out on a good callback here, I'm pretty sure Austin at one point tried to use his beard as a multi-use toilet paper roll.
Yuck.
tried to, didn't work. It was a single use thing. It's used up.
One time, and I realized that was an awful idea.
So I have found on what is? I don't even know how to pronounce this website.
Oh boy.
Oh,
We've gone
no.
to another website, toilet paper roll or papertowel.com.
Arthitextual.com.
Okay.
ARTHITECTURAL.com. I have found toilet paper roll dimensions by brand, including the number of sheets per roll.
Oh,
And
So
this is a scientific method of toilet papering.
I was not anticipating this. So Cottonelle Professional is a 4-inch wide sheet. I'm not sure how the size and length per sheet. Sorry, that my dyslexia kicked in there. Is 4.9 inches, and there's 451 sheets per roll. Now, if you compare that to Charmin Ultra Strong at a width of 3.92 and a length of 4, and you only get 286 sheets per roll.
but those are
I've gotta
fluffier rolls.
wonder. Yeah, and I will say this doesn't say anything about the number of ply. But yeah, it's fascinating.
Curious, where does Scott's stand on that? Because they're the ones that really, really piss me off.
So Scott 1000 is a width of 4.1 inches, a length of 4, and has 550 sheets per roll.
So they may be able to argue that
They
you
might
are-
be able to.
I'll have to review the statistics and I'll have to go over these numbers. But Scott's, I may owe you an apology here in the near
So
future.
it does seem like there's a relatively consistent overall diameter. And so what I think may be the case, to Austin's point, it may have to do with ply.
I don't know if I've thought about anything as hard as
Yeah, and it is one of those things that because I know marketing strategies, that it could be like a technicality that makes it. Because what's the big British airline? I forget what it is.
British Airways.
But
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
British
think
Airways
it's
is the
British
first that
Airways,
comes
yeah.
to mind.
For years, they ran the tagline, the number one airplane company. I don't remember exact wording, but
airline.
it might have been airline, but yeah, number one airline in the world. And it's only because they had the most used or the most passengers of any airline on the globe. But they had one of the worst ratings of any British airway. But they can claim number one because they had the most passengers. And then another British airway claimed that they were the best. And British Airways sued them, but they had the highest customer satisfaction of any. So they both had the same tagline, but because the tagline is not defined, they are both right in being able to claim that. Same thing with this. They can say it's the same as 140 something rolls, but if you're comparing it to like a 1-ply sheet that only has 200 sheets in the entire roll, and yours is 2-ply and has 400, I mean, that's 8 times the value of the other.
I think they should be held to a standard of truck stop gas station with those like 6-mile long brown toilet paper, like the basically verging on sandpaper toilet paper rolls.
Gets the job done, though.
It does.
It
You're
does.
right. In a pinch, in a bind. You want to know who impressed me with their toilet paper? And I guess I never realized that I had never gone number 2 at this place until fairly recently, was Buc-ee's. Very nice toilet paper at Buc-ee's.
Best bathrooms in the world.
Yes. I was blown away when I walked into that bathroom.
Are you implying that Buc-ee's manufactures their own toilet paper?
I have no idea what brand they use. It could be Scott's. Again, sorry, Scott's. But it was good. And let me make no mistake. No matter how much I complain about Scott's marketing strategies, we still have their toilet paper. It's still in my bathroom. So I guess it works. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like Buc-ee's should put Buc-ee's face on their toilet paper because I think that would be great.
Yeah, let's wipe your ass with our logo. Yeah, that makes a
Right.
lot of sense, Tyler.
They put them everywhere else. It would not be the first company to sell branded toilet paper. People would buy it too, is the thing.
Well, it's like there's a reason why airplane manufacturers don't put their logos on race cars, because it doesn't look good to have a torn up piece of sheet metal with an airplane brand on it. There's just some
That's a
things you
good
don't do
point.
with your brand.
That's a
Listen,
good
you
point.
gotta. Somebody's got to appeal to the thrill seekers out there.
Spirit's doing it quite often.
Yeah, Spirit Airlines would be the first to put it on a race car.
Oh, sorry, guys. I forgot to pay for the landing the landing fee.
That monthly subscription was too much.
I don't have a problem with Spirit Airlines. I've never had a problem with them.
I have flown Spirit so many times.
I've never had a problem.
I flew it once and it wasn't bad. Like, as long as you know what you're getting going into it,
Right,
like,
yeah,
it
like-
wasn't bad.
It's not going to be Delta first class. Sorry to burst your bubble, everybody, but
I wonder how
I mean,
their
it's
toilet
not,
paper
it's
is.
not going to be Delta economy either. Let's be real.
real. Half the time you're walking out to the tarmac. That was an experience the first time I ever did that. Like not going through one of those bridges and actually having to like walk downstairs and go out on the tarmac. That was a crazy one.
I have to do that on some American flights still. So
Yeah, American has some of those.
Maybe that was an American Airlines flight. I don't know. I was in Miami.
you
I
fly
can't remember.
out of Shreveport. There is one jet bridge, I think.
Why does Shreveport have an airport?
Shreveport's huge.
Is it?
I mean, you get a ton of oil that goes in there. You get Air Force
I know the Air Force is
flies
there,
in
so I
there.
figured there would be one. but, like,
Casinos.
casinos.
The town is
It's a
owned by
it's a lot more
casinos.
It's a lot more convenient to our hometown than DFW.
huh. Man, you guys are out west. Or east. Out east.
Yeah, we're halfway between Dallas and
We've discovered this already. We are the South, so
Yeah, but East Texas, we're not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. You can't make me.
So I'm going to share with you guys a joke I just found whilst trying to figure out what brand toilet paper Buc-ee's uses.
Oh boy.
This post says Buc-ee's uses John Wayne toilet paper because it don't take shit off anyone.
I like that. Me and John Wayne toilet paper, same guy.
Yeah. So I thought the joke was pretty funny.
but here you were just praising how well it does.
Oh,
Now
I don't
you're-
say I agree with the sentiment of it. That doesn't mean I can't
Okay.
find it funny.
Fair enough.
valid. That's valid.
I thought it took the shit off me pretty well.
So how's this is our first podcast back since Christmas. As of the time of recording, this will come out after the new year. But how was everybody's holidays? How'd everything go?
Christmas was great. Not a specific time ago. Spent a lot of time with family. Got some cool gifts. Getting older sucks because you don't get quite as much stuff, of course. But it's always good to see how people react to the stuff you get them. I think at some point you transition into being more interested in nailing good gifts for other people. But one great gift I did get was a very large Lego F1 car. Got it from my little brother.
Nice. How big are we talking?
According to the package, it's 26 inches in length, basically front to back. So, as you can imagine,
That's a big old car.
it is.
That
right?
is
It's a
big.
big
That's
car.
a new coffee table centerpiece is what that is.
well, I tried to convince my wife. She said no.
Unbelievable.
And I even told her I can have it done before our New Year's party, too. And she said no. What's funny, though, is that was the first thing that came to mind is where the heck am I going to put this thing? I measured a bookshelf that I have in my room. And it's not a very big bookshelf, granted, but I measured it to see if it could sit on the very top of it, right? Because I was like, that'd be cool, just sitting up at the top. It's too big for the bookshelf. It won't even fit on top of the bookshelf. So yeah, it's I've spent a little bit of the past few days since I got it trying to basically work through putting some of it together. It's split into 12 bags, and the night after Christmas, I decided I was going to sit down and start on it a little bit. I knew it was going to be work on it over time. The first bag took me every bit of 2 hours to do. So granted, I don't think I would put myself up against the best Lego builders in the world, but still, I feel like I'm above average at worst. And so if that single bag took me that long, I would hate to see how long this whole thing's going to take me.
How do you judge Lego builders?
That would be funny. Well, there are some shows on TV about the Lego building.
Right, but that's creativity.
Master builders.
Yeah, that's creativity though. If you're just if you're just like Tyler and you're just following the instructions, I don't know if you can really.
That's not true.
Oh no, it's kind of like putting together puzzles, though, right? Like it can be timed.
The master level Lego builders, they know, I think they get that from knowing how to build specific Lego projects without instructions.
Mm-hmm.
So you get like a 20,000 piece Lego build and you don't use the instructions and you know how to build it. Like, it is a preset thing,
I could
but
never.
it is knowing how to do it.
I could never.
Well, and I think one of the major skills that's probably very often overlooked is the ability to find the end, especially the smaller pieces. Like, that's a big pile of crap you're having to look through to find that little one blue.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. Is like, that's not
How many pieces
That's not
is it?
luck. That's not skill. That's luck, in my opinion. Is finding little pieces like that.
It's not luck. That's the thing. A master Lego builder would say, you have disgraced my entire career. So
I would think though that that's just knowing what piece it is, not being able to find it in a bag full of small Legos. That's luck.
That's a part of
they
speedrunning.
don't just give you a trash bag with Legos and say, here, build something.
Do they
They come
not?
pre-bagged in certain sections.
Right, but it's still bagged inside that though. Like inside that section of the build? Like, you still have to go hunting for that.
you could use that with anything, though. You could say a good shooter is just luck that they hit the target every once in a while. I think it takes
True.
skill to be able to look at a pile of Legos and identify the one piece you need.
So how many pieces is yours, Tyler?
It's about 1,600 and some change.
Okay. So James got, and I'm curious. I'm going to ask you a follow up question here to this in a minute. James also got a F1 Lego car. He got the Ayrton Senna F1 car. It's about half the size of yours. It's about 12 inches long.
I didn't even know they were doing that one. That's pretty cool.
It's really cool. It is just under 700 pieces. And I'm curious, Tyler, what is the age limit or the recommended age on yours?
I actually have not even looked at it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It's
It's usually on the front of the box.
Yeah, the box is in the here. Give me 2 minutes. Y'all talk about something else, and I will be right back with that answer.
No, I'm still
Let's
talking
talk
about Legos.
something else, and then let's just come back and then just be a non sequitur, and everything gets thrown off.
Well, while he's gone, I'll explain why I'm asking this. So, I get that these Lego cars are a bit of a complicated build, right? Like, they're complex. This one in particular, according to the box, we're doing it tomorrow. So I'll have updates next podcast on how it went. But he and I are doing it together tomorrow. But according to the box, if you turn the steering wheel, it actually turns the front wheels. So there's some
Nice.
actual mechanical suspension that you're building in with this. It's not like,
Or at least a steering rack.
yeah, steering rack. It's got the A-arms for the front. I don't know I didn't see what it's got for the rear. But it also has you build the engine, you put the engine in, then you build the cover around it, right? It's not like, some Lego cars like that. You don't actually put the engine together. It's just a blank space, or they fill it in with solid block or whatever, right?
Right.
But what I couldn't figure out, it's rated 18 plus.
Uh-huh.
And I can't imagine it's rated 18 plus because of the complexity of the build. Because there's going to be younger, teenagers who could accomplish this build. So is it because Senna's dead?
Yeah, it's an
Then it's 18 plus?
NSFW build.
So mine is, just for context here, mine is the Mercedes modern, the current F1 car. Well, I guess current as of the end of this past season. And it is also 18 plus. So, and it also has the Technic. It's the incorporated with Technic. I don't know if that's just a line of Lego or what.
Ours isn't Technic.
Oh, is it not? Okay, so, but it's the same concept where it's got the drive line, it's got the steering rack, all that. Actually, this one, I just did this part earlier today, where you actually build the motor individually. It's not as it's not like a model car by any means, but it has little Lego pistons that when you turn the drive shaft, the pistons sit there and bounce up and down. It's got a V6 motor.
That's how the
pistons
NASCAR one is.
Yeah,
And
similar to the NASCAR.
It turns when you turn the rear wheels, it moves the engine.
So it's but it is mine. I just looked. It is 18 plus. So I don't know. It's a good question, Michael. My guess is maybe to do with. I wouldn't say small pieces because then they're going to say 8 and up. I don't know. I'd be
It's
curious to know.
complexity of build.
But 18 years old?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like there's teenagers who could pull off that build. Like that just seems a little high.
Yeah,
Yeah,
18
I
definitely seems
agree
high.
for the one that you have, like 700 pieces is high. To me, I feel like that's like a 13-year and up one, but I do know, I think it's like once you get to too many pieces and there's like small intricate parts that they do like adult supervision based. Because I think it's like you want an adult with it to help with those smaller pieces. Not necessarily like it's a, hey, you got to be 18 years to do this kind of thing.
Yeah. Next thing you know, they're going to be like, oh, this is so big, you're going to have to own your own house before we'll sell it to you.
All right. We need to make sure you've had at least one mortgage payment and then you can buy this.
I want to bring this up now that you said that, because I'm not a big Lego guy, never really have been, just because. But when they just announced the new Minas Tirith set that's coming out,
did you? I sent that to you, didn't I?
did you send it to me? I thought I sent it to you. Pretty sure I sent it in the group chat.
Or we didn't send it to either one of us.
I'm pretty sure I sent that in the group chat. Anyway, 11,000 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, sorry. No, that's the model number. My bad. 8,000. 8,000 pieces. I knew it was a lot. It's a lot. That's still a lot of Legos.
I mean,
And
8,000
I want this thing. I want it.
It is going to be $600.
I don't care. That's, because I haven't bought a whole lot of Legos like everybody else in the world. This will be my Lego budget. I want this thing.
Well, for some, like, it makes sense. Like, even the joke Austin was making about having to have a mortgage payment with some of these, like, Millennium Falcons and the Death Star, like some of the big Star Wars ones, and probably the one you're talking about, 8 to 10,000 pieces. I mean, that's huge. That is probably a good month of working on it a little bit every day, if not way more than that, right?
Right? That's a forever project. That is something I can do forever.
But I did just look it up, how Lego decides their age ratings. And apparently what you're talking about, Austin, a lot of what goes into it, it's not all about safety and this person should and shouldn't do it. It's more target audience. They're more focused on target audience, especially like theme and appeal, of course, but also attention span. That's a big one. I would bet they would have a lot of unfinished projects if they went for, if it was 13, 14-year-olds trying to build, for example, this one I have. There have been plenty of times already this early on in it where I'm like, God, this is a headache to get this specific piece to go in. The little engine thing, having to hold both sides of the pistons up and get the caps over it. Like it was a lot. So it's not as much about safety or any of that. A lot of it is they're almost trying to hit that target audience. They're hoping that maybe, I guess, if somebody younger than that sees it, they're going to be like, I don't know if that's the one for me. Because at the end of the day, if somebody buys a Lego and they don't finish it for whatever reason, whether it was completely on their own attention span or not, that's a bad experience with a product. They may not buy another Lego because of that.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the attention span thing, but I think that kind of just goes in line with what I was saying with like who's going to sit down and just do it? Because me and Heather have done one before that was like an adult one. And it was just because it took both of us working on it like an hour and a half. So if I would have done that by myself, it would have taken about 3 hours to do. And obviously a 6-year-old is not going to have the attention span unless they are heavily autistic to sit there for 3 hours and build out a Lego set. So yeah, it is. I can see the attention span and and I guess that does roll into complexity because a 3-hour build is kind of complex.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I will be attempting the Senna McLaren tomorrow with James, my 5-year-old. So we'll see how that goes.
My honest opinion, Michael, is if it's 600 or 700 pieces, which is I think about what that cup, the NASCAR, the 25th anniversary Cup car was, and Shane I think built that one as well. Unless you're really putting aside like a good 5-6 hours to do it, I don't think you'll have it done. These things are more time consuming than one might think.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a 1-day project, and I'd go to work and then come home, and I think it took 2 or 3 days to.
That was me. I would work on it for like an hour or two a day over the course of 2 or 3 days.
I'd work on it till I got frustrated, and then I'd stop and go back the next day because there were a couple parts I couldn't get to go together correctly First try.
Yeah, I mean, I'm off work tomorrow. He's off school tomorrow. It's the only thing we have planned.
Cool. So yeah, get comfy.
I did look it up though, because we were talking about it. The largest Lego set that was like a widely distributed Lego set is the Lego Art World, which is a world map that is 11,695 pieces.
That's a lot of pieces.
A lot of pieces.
That's a lot.
So if I remember correctly, though, I know which one you're talking about. That one's actually not considered a difficult one to build because it's all flat for the most part. And it's just a bunch of like individually colored blocks. It's almost like
Lego's Flat Earth.
color by number in a way, except you're placing
Lego's Flat Earth. Add it to the conspiracy.
Lego Flat Earth. You're basically just putting like colored bricks into squares. I want to say it was one of the Star Wars ones that most people considered to be one of the most complex, just like consumer Lego builds that you could buy.
Wasn't it the Death Star?
They do have on there that the heaviest Lego is a Lego Titanic. And I'm pretty sure the Millennium Falcon was also one of those big, heavy sets as well. And then whereas the Eiffel Tower was the tallest.
Yes, the Eiffel Tower is a cool one.
The big, heavy Star Wars set, they had a 4-foot long Star Destroyer.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
And that was, there was actually somebody we went to school with who had one. And that was the first time I saw like a giant Lego. And that was where like I swore someday I will have that Star Destroyer.
The Lego Titanic is one that I think is really cool. Like it's just a cool looking build.
Does it float better than the real one?
Probably does.
Well, the other one floated very well. It did not handle ice very well, though.
Yeah, I think that's what they should do is make a Lego Titanic, but like post crash, just like split in half. That'd be cool.
You could do that.
Yeah, that's not hard.
That's true. Yeah,
That's the
You can do
default
that
of
with the
Lego.
current
You
Titanic
just-
set.
Yeah, take it, build the whole thing, break it in
It'll-
half.
It'll come with a little submarine that people will go down and look at it.
That is compressed into a soda can size.
Yeah, it's a single brick.
Thinking about this whole Lego thing, because obviously we are a bunch of nerds, and so building Lego sets is something that I would associate with a nerdy culture. I had this thought because, once again, I have still a ton of Austin's car thoughts coming back from Extra Life. Is there something you associate with something else, even if they are not directly connected? For me, and where I'll give my example, when I was driving, and I think I was in Alabama at the time, I
You're always in
saw,
Alabama.
dude, Alabama
story.
got me a lot of material.
It gives you a lot of time to think.
It gave me a lot of time to think, and I got to see a lot of things I didn't really care to see.
Mississippi is another rough one too.
Yeah. I actually remember exactly where I was when this one happened because it was next to like their Love Stuff adult store that they have signs for like 100 miles being like, yeah,
Oh,
come
yeah.
check this out. So it was around that area. I look over and I see a dude with dark black hair slicked back, just pulled like greasy, pulled back. And my immediate thought is that dude does cocaine. Something about, and I know it's movie related because every drug dealer in the 90s had black slicked back hair. And so every time I see black slicked back hair, I'm like, that dude does cocaine.
I think you're just
Or deals
profiling,
cocaine.
Austin.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I bet it's Pulp
Clearly.
Fiction. I bet it's Pulp Fiction, actually.
Pulp Fiction also helps. I was actually thinking it was the second Bad Boys movie
Yeah, that's valid.
because the main guy deals cocaine and he has slicked back black hair. But I was curious, is there something that every time you see something, you see it and you automatically associate it with something else?
One, and this is a weird one. This is probably this happens in my head. It's a similar, honestly, more profiling. It's a similar thing to you. And this only applies to males in my mind, to men. Men over the age of 20 wearing flip flops, I just assume are alcoholic.
Wow.
What?
Michael, how do you respond to that?
Yeah, Michael, how do you feel right now?
I mean, there was a point in time I might have been considered an alcoholic, but I still wear the flip flops, and I certainly don't drink enough to be an alcoholic these days.
I can see the appeal. I just like, and maybe I should add a caveat that it's shorts, like cargo shorts and flip flops. That might make it even more targeted towards you, Michael. I don't know.
So you're calling Michael an alcoholic. I see
But-
what
Wow.
you're doing here.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was Shane. I thought he was the alcoholic of the group.
So I despise flip flops.
Turns out we were wrong the whole time. No, that's one of those association things. I don't.
What is the connection between flip flops and being an alcoholic?
The same
They can't
connection
tie
as there
their
is
shoe?
to greasy hair and crackheads or cokeheads.
Tyler's own prejudice.
Yeah, it's not
like,
necessarily.
That's the
one,
connection.
I've been called an alcoholic multiple times on this podcast, and I don't own a pair of flip flops.
Did you just have like an alcoholic uncle?
Actually, Austin, I don't think this is associated, but I do, and he does wear flip flops very often. But
I'm just saying.
That's
I'm
not
wondering if
actually
it's
the
like a
I don't-
family member set this up for you.
I'm thinking maybe it's the whole like lake life type person that I'm thinking of. I don't know. That association just always is there for me. I don't know why.
Now, do you think flip flop people are water people or water adjacent?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would say more often water people, maybe because flip flops are a little more convenient for if your feet are wet from being in water.
Fair
I don't
enough.
know, but you said cargo shorts. You ain't getting in the water with cargo shorts. You're
You
gonna
have
say you're
clearly
water
not met too many
adjacent.
lake people, Austin.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Lake people will get in whatever body of water wearing whatever.
Or nothing at all.
Well, I assume it'd be a lake.
Also, I have swim trunks that have cargo pants or have cargo pockets. So
I do too.
I don't think I've ever had a pair with like the cargo, like the leg pocket, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah, the cargo part of the cargo.
I can carry.
right.
I can carry so much sand.
Well, the cargo part is what's in the pocket, right?
Yeah, but no. Cargo shorts are like they have the pockets. You don't necessarily have to have something in them for them to be cargo pants or cargo shorts.
Well, then what?
The pocket
but-
is available.
Well, I understand that, but the intended purpose of the pocket is for the cargo, right?
Yes.
Yes, but you're making the
I know what
you're
you're
making
saying.
the item a requirement.
We're on the same page. I mean, I feel like if you're going to wear shorts with that many pockets, you should have items.
Not always.
Otherwise, you're just wearing them for no reason.
I
at
don't
all.
think it's a requirement to wear. Like, sorry, I don't.
Do you just like check before you're about to leave the house? Like, oh, I got 3 items on me. I don't need to wear my cargo.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go
Gotta
change.
just
I can't.
regular sized.
I gotta go back to my
Something's
gym
not in my
shorts.
lower right pocket. No, you just pick something up on your way out. You grab a snack, you stick it down in that cargo pocket,
Bottle of lotion just in case.
just in case knees are feeling extra ashy today.
Yeah. Hands are starting to get dry.
I don't really have anything off the top of my head.
I was gonna say, now that Tyler has called me an alcoholic, anybody else have?
Welcome to the club.
Shane's like, I've been here for weeks.
Yeah, except Shane, we have a reason though. We get your weekend updates.
You have not got a weekend update in a very long time.
No, you're right. Not since you did your fantasy football draft order contest.
I don't even remember that.
I know.
Keep going.
Every time
Not
we
helping
bring
your
this
case.
up, Shane gets very defensive and then immediately proves our point with whatever he
Well,
says.
I know what the punishment was for losing, which as I speak, I'm currently winning the championship game. The punishment was that the loser had to go sit at a bar from open till close, and every beer that they drank took a half an hour off how long they had to be there.
Yeah, I've seen ones like that. No, you had the beer Olympics to determine your draft.
Oh, that's right. But that was in like July,
And that was the last
I
weekend
know.
update.
It was to determine draft order.
and we didn't even use that. He randomly the owner of the league didn't even randomly assign the draft order. He got the first pick, and then it went off order of who joined the league first. That's why I had no idea.
So you did the beer Olympics just for fun.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Shane just needed an excuse to drink.
Yeah.
Well, no, we do
exactly.
one of those every. I came in second place. I lost in beer pong.
How dare you? Alcoholics don't need a reason to drink.
Real.
Valid. Riddle, I feel like you got a good association. I hate
I
to call
don't.
You out. I just feel like you
I
will be
don't.
entertaining if you do.
That's what I was saying earlier. I don't have one. I'm trying to come up with one off the top of my head. I have one that's also kind of, I guess, clothing associated, but it's only because of a funny line on a kids show that I heard one time. That's
Do share.
people who wear board shorts and not being productive members of society. So I just associate board shorts with being a bum.
But yeah,
Because of this-
casually.
Yeah.
Implied
It was-
that you by board shorts you mean swimming trunks,
Yeah.
or swim shorts, whatever you want to call them. There's a million different words for that.
Right.
Especially if you're just like out in public at Walmart, nowhere near a body of water.
I don't know, man. They're really comfortable though.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, the only reason that I have this association is because of it was one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shows a couple years ago, and there was just one. I saw a random clip from it, but it was so freaking hilarious to me at the time, and it was, I think it was Donatello was like, "Sorry, I'm on vacation, hence my board shorts." The international symbol for I'm not a productive member of society. That one sent me over the edge for years, and it stuck with me just because it's probably more the delivery of that line, but I think that bit is also hilarious and a little bit true. So now I just associate board shorts with not being a productive member of society.
That's how I feel about people who wear pajamas out of their house. And I might offend a lot of people saying that, but please quit wearing pajamas out of your house.
I feel like y'all are
Specifically-
just all calling me out here.
Specifically, the Cookie Monster pajamas.
I knew it was coming
Any of them.
because I remember we had a conversation about this wearing pajama pants out.
I mean, I just wore my Christmas pajama shorts out this afternoon to go get some medicine for the baby and pick up dinner.
Michael, you're
If you
a
were
bomb.
going to get out of your car, I would not wear it.
I do rarely get out of the car wearing.
Like if you're leaving your house, getting into your car and going through like the drive-through pharmacy, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I did that, and then I went through the drive-thru at Wendy's.
Oh, that's totally fine. It's the people that act like they've got nowhere to be because they don't have anywhere to be at Walmart.
Yeah, I thought we talked about before though. Walmart's kind of the one place that is acceptable.
Right.
It shouldn't be. But
you
if
can
we're
wear
gonna make change
anything
in
into
this world,
Walmart.
Yeah, like wearing pajamas into Walmart is like wearing camo in the woods so that you blend in.
You
I've
gotta wear a
actually
hat,
got
though.
another.
Yeah,
one,
you got to
though.
have the hat.
Yeah, we definitely want to hide the gaze. Riddle, right?
Put down the gaze.
First episode callbacks.
Wasn't first episode. That was pretty far in, I thought.
No,
It was only a couple weeks ago that you was talking about putting down the gaze.
that was the first. That was episode 1, was it
That
not?
was not.
No.
No.
I
not at
swear
all.
it was.
I wasn't even on that episode, and I know it was not that early on.
All right, whatever.
So I just thought of another one. So you know the stick figure families on the back windows of cars? I just
Yes.
assume-
Oh, that's a great one.
Yes,
I assume unbearable mom, like unbearable
Karens.
person.
Absolute Karens.
Yes.
Yeah. Those are
See,
awful.
one that
now.
Universal
one
agreement.
that I
Those
get,
and the honor student moms that like
Oh,
have
yeah.
the sticker on the
Your
back of the
kids-
car, like my kid's an
proud
honor student.
mom of an army soldier
Hey,
one.
hey,
I was about to say,
Hey,
Riddle,
get
what's you about
the-
to pipe up?
I'm just. Does your mom have a sticker? Proud mom of an army soldier.
yes,
Oh,
and an Air
Sorry,
Force
Mom.
one.
Also have the manager to every store on speed dial.
No,
No, I get.
Not
I'll
yet.
say
She does
I
not.
get the military ones. Like to me, the military ones get a pass because, like, sure, be proud. You know, your kid's doing something great for the country, right? I've got no issue with those. The honor student ones or the like, my son's the varsity quarterback. You know,
Yeah.
I've
I've never seen that one. That's a
Your
bumper
son's
sticker.
also probably a pothead and a bully, but you know.
Have you seen the ones that's my son sells drugs to your honor roll student son or something like that? That's a funny one. I've seen that a couple
wait,
times
hold on.
in real life.
I just thought of something.
Oh boy.
Why does your mom have an army soldier sticker?
Because I have 2 brothers who are in the army.
Okay.
There's
I
no
was like,
Air
oh, I
Force
thought you
sticker?
were Air Force.
There is also an Air Force sticker, which I also said I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
good.
I thought it was like, they only have Army and they left Air Force off.
That would be really funny. Does she still have the Air Force one now that you're not Air Force?
Yes.
Did
Yes, she does.
Was over is.
I was gonna say, did she have to like Sharpie and retired or something?
No, they're two different
Veteran.
stickers, and she just leaves them alone.
He clearly does
Yeah,
not
but you're
want to
not
answer
active Air
questions about
Force.
this. What's with the third degree guy?
Proud parent of a retired Air
So-
Force veteran.
I have an addition to the stick figure family that I'm curious y'all's take on. So, have you ever seen like the anti stick figure family, like whether it be the My Dinosaur Ate Your Stick figure family, or it's like basically obviously trying to make fun of the generic stick figure family, but to me, you're just doing the same thing. You have become the one thing you swore to defeat, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
oh,
I
absolutely.
fully agree. I've never understood that. It's just like you're just engaging in the idiocracy, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Okay,
trying to be funny and ironic, you've become the thing you're making fun of.
yeah,
You become the thing you hate most.
Yeah. Join the dark side.
So yeah, the anti-stick figure family falls under the same umbrella. Glad to hear it.
There was one other association I have, and it's on a personal level,
Oh boy.
just from people I know. It's people who wear beanies and it's not cold outside.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one too.
All
Yeah,
of them are
just-
potheads to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Single one of
hotheads
them.
or just like douchebag.
No, all sweet guys.
Oh,
Every
really?
single one of them, super chill. But it's like they're either on a skateboard or they're smoking weed, and that's the only thing those two they do. Besides
Yeah,
wear
I don't think
beanies.
I've ever met someone like that I didn't like,
Right.
but he's absolutely right. I feel like they're all potheads who like
God forbid
all
men just
skater
want to
butted.
dress like they're a Great Lakes freighter crew member.
I feel like that's different. There's a difference in a toboggan and a beanie.
Is there?
True. Yes.
What's the difference?
By definition, no. I
the
don't
ball
think
on top, I think.
a
That's a-
beanie. Yeah,
that's
it's
a
like it's got
palm
some,
beanie.
It's got some floof to it. It's a little loose. A toboggan fits. It's pulled down over the ears. They're wearing it because it's cold.
I think
No.
technically it's called a watch cap.
What?
I think you have them backwards.
I think you have them backwards.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I think a toboggan actually has flaps that go down over the ears, where a beanie is just one whole piece with no added floof. It's just
I can have that
one
little fold.
cap.
That's fair. I just feel like in my mind when I hear the two, one is for style, one is for purpose.
Like when it gets cold outside, I like me a beanie. Like I will.
Yeah,
wear
I was
a
gonna say
beanie.
I think they're both made for a purpose, but I think it's two different styles for that purpose. One, you look like you're going skiing, and the other is just to cover your ears when it's cold. But yes, I do agree with Austin. The people who wear them when it's like summer, those people usually have indulged and are carrying a skateboard.
They're it's like they don't want to wear a hat, so they wear a beanie for some reason, and I can't get behind it.
Yeah. They put it on and their eyes just get one shade more red.
And a little bit glassy.
Yeah, just a bit.
So a toboggan hat is meant to cover the ears, so it does have specifically like extra fabric that will go down over the ears. A beanie doesn't actually have to cover your ears.
Okay, so I had it backwards then.
Yes.
Have you ever worn a beanie and not covered your ears though?
No.
I've
I-
always pulled them down over the tops of my ears specifically.
I think it's that little extra piece that is clearly like an ear flap makes it a
Yeah.
toboggan.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm just like, has anybody here worn one that and not pulled it over their ears?
No, because if I'm wearing one, it's because I'm
Right?
It's
Yeah.
cold
if I'm
outside
wearing,
and
if I'm
I'm
wearing
trying to be
one
warm.
with the ear flaps are being deployed.
Right.
now. What a cool look is those hats that have like the actual ear flaps that like actually hang down. They're not like a toboggan or a beanie, like the Canadian winter hats. What you do is you tie the strings up above. That's a cool look.
You know what
See,
that's
Like
called?
that, the Elmer Fudd hat.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to know what that's called?
What's that called?
I just
It's
said
called
it's
a
the Elmer Fudd
toboggan.
hat.
A tin
That
bottom.
is a type of toboggan.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough.
Is that also what the Russian like military caps are? Are they toboggans? Like you know what I'm talking about, right? Those fuzzy looking black ones that like all the
Ushanka ear flap hats.
Is that what those are? You
That's another reference that only Austin and I will get from Tarkov.
From Tarkov. What are the
There's a
odds?
hat in Tarkov. It's called the Ushanka ear flap hat.
Okay,
We
so
are
that,
all
I guess
too
that's what
familiar
that's
with
called.
that. So it's actually that is what it's called. The Russian army ones you're talking about are Ushankas.
Well,
It's
yeah,
almost like it's almost like Tarkov named them after
Well,
a real
but-
thing.
it is a
I think-
very accurate game.
Whoa,
in
it's the
everything
hat
they
from
do.
Tarkov, dude.
Well, but I thought the one from Tarkov was just like a generic like winter hat.
No.
Nah, they just call it a toboggan then.
So
It-
yes,
it
that
really just
style
did-
of hat is an Ush. I didn't know if that was like a brand of it or something. It is an Ushanka hat, and the military have military versions of Ushankas. That's a cool hat though.
Right? Those hats are cool. I
bet that's warm too.
yeah,
That's a very warm.
yeah. I would love to find one of those in
But
like a thrift store or something one day.
Granted, Russian winter, you're gonna want something warm.
Well, and that's like the whole thing is apparently that's the thing is you can tie up the ear flaps up at the top or leave them down, I guess, if it's extra cold.
Right, but the Canadian ones, you tie the ears up, you look goofy. The Russian ones, it looks sharp as hell.
Yeah.
Is the difference being plaid?
Probably.
Well,
no.
I
I think the difference
it's
is the person
design.
wearing it.
Because I think
Canadians
they
just
shape-
look a little
like a
funny.
toboggan and a beanie are like made similarly, where it's like a knitted fabric, whereas the Ushanka is actually like it has an outer protective layer and then like the fuzzy warmth inside, so it's not knitted. It's a different style. Whereas like a beanie and a toboggan are all one piece, all made from one, probably cotton or wool to be warm. It's just that a toboggan has the intentional ear covers where a beanie doesn't have an intentional ear cover.
Yeah. I also like the Russian hats that are like very circular with fur all around them.
Is that the one?
I think
That
it's
might
one
be
of
the
the
ones I'm
ones.
talking about.
Well, the Ushankas are very circular, but they have the big like ear flaps that hang down. The ones I'm talking about are just like a circular fur ball that you pull over your head, essentially.
Yeah, the Ushankas actually come down and cover the back of your neck too, so
Yeah,
it keeps
yeah,
your
they're-
neck warm as well.
Yeah. They're very, very covered hats. Sure.
I actually had if we ever get big enough to where we can actually start making our own merch, one of the things that I want to know if we can make happen is a beard hat.
An extra life Ushanka.
No, a beard hat. Like an accessory that is a hat specifically for beards. I don't know. Don't ask me how it's going to look.
Is this
Don't
the
ask
merch
me how
idea
it's
you
made.
had last episode?
Yeah,
Beard hat.
a beard hat. I want to know can you make a beard hat? Because like sometimes, because a lot of people will put a hat on because their hair's messy. They don't want to worry about making fixing up their hair to go out. You can't really do that with the beard. You can't just like cover your beard and go out. I want a
Well,
beard
yeah,
hat.
the purpose of the beard is to cover your face.
Right.
Then you're just going to cover the cover.
Hair's meant to cover the top of your head too, but it can look messy.
Have you ever had to wear a beard knit?
No.
No, I haven't. But I have been to places where people have had to, and I didn't have a beard at the time, so I just pointed and laughed.
Yeah, I have a distinct memory of going to like an ice cream. It was like a Ben and Jerry's factory where they made the ice cream and stuff, and we got like you do a tour of it or whatever. And we all had these like bright yellow hair nets, and they made my grandfather put one on his beard. So he's just walking around like very top of his head to the bottom of his chin, just covered in yellow hair net.
Actually, the kitchen
Yeah.
staff at the dining facility in the Air Force had to use beard hair nets in their beard. It was pretty hilarious. That's where I'm thinking of.
Yeah. I've seen it in like food service, like the hair net for beards, but I'm thinking like an accessory, like a stylistic something. I got the idea because when largely along the lines of COVID happening, everyone's having to wear a mask because no one knew what COVID was. Now we have an understanding, and you still need to wear a mask if you have COVID. Excuse me.
Oh,
But
He's
like
just gone
when
down
I
with
wear a mask, yeah, right. Well, I had the flu for 8
Ask and
days.
you shall receive, boys.
say it 3 times. And
He
it
said
happened.
the word and it summoned it.
Yeah, well, I still have my cough from the flu, but also when I had the flu, I had to go out and get medicine. And it's like, okay, I don't want to spread the flu around. So I put a face mask on. And for me, having the beard that I have, if I put one of those things on, I get the crease right underneath my chin where it is. And now my beard looks all nasty. And you can just see a permanent crease from years of wearing a mask with my beard, and I will actually have to straighten out my beard every 2 to 3 weeks just to try and help it look straight and not a problem. And so, longer beards require a lot of maintenance. And so I want to know if we could design a beard hat, a beard cover that has a similar function as a hat to the hair on top of your head.
To your mask point, do you think people that wore masks pre-COVID for, any variety of health issue, do you think when they came out with the mask mandate, they were like, man, they're jocking my style? Like, you think they were like, I was doing it before it was cool? Think they got upset about it?
I was here first.
Except for in Japan. That's like the one place.
That's true. And literally, like COVID, they didn't even notice.
Right. Well,
They were just
because the wearing the mask is a fashion thing in Japan, that Japan already had like one of the lowest spread rates of COVID in the world because they were already doing it.
Do you guys remember when it was like a fashion statement? Like you saw a lot of like rappers wearing masks. You remember
No.
that?
Like the
That
shiesties?
was a thing.
No, they were like medical masks, but they were all like fabric and they always had something on them.
I do not remember this, no.
Yeah,
don't
this was a
remember
thing.
this.
I'll have to find some evidence on the line for you guys. But yeah, I always wonder that if people that wore masks before COVID were just like, man, this is some bullshit. This was my thing.
But they're mad that the prices went up significantly.
Yeah, probably. But more importantly, their thing got taken away from them. So
I don't know. I bet Japan was like, hey, the world's finally catching on to our fashion trend.
it's like, look how much inspiration we have caused.
We started this. Not COVID. No, we didn't start COVID. That was China.
No, that was not.
That came from China. We started the fashion trend of masks. Well, this will be our first, no, is this the first podcast after? Yes, this is our first podcast after the New Year's. Officially on us recording it, this is after Christmas. So when this releases, we are done with the holiday seasons. We are in a new year. This is episode 27. The next episode mathematically will be 28.
Really?
So if we follow our trend, technically, if we want to, that will be season 3 of the Roundabout podcast.
No, to me, I think the seasons are major changes. I don't think we're doing seasons just every year.
I agree. But we are coming up on the beginning of a new year, 2026. I know we are all excited about it because we had a phenomenal year 10 for Extra Life. So I know we've now rebooted our podcast, and I know I'm enjoying it. I hope at least one other person around here is. But we do hope everyone does have a fantastic New Year's. Hope everyone got a lot of great things from Christmas, and we hope everyone is safe and everyone had a good time at this holiday season. But we are going to be kicking back up our regular streams on Friday. I know we took a break for the holidays. I know we're probably going to have to do another recording of a podcast here this coming week just to try and get ahead of our recording schedule because we're cutting it close. I know we have other things in the work, like supplementals that we are doing. We have a draft that we are talking about doing. Probably going to do it immediately when we finish this episode. So that'll be fun. Be on the lookout for that. That will be up on YouTube. You can find us, and I will one day write this down, so let's see if we can remember. You can find us on Amazon, Apple Podcast, YouTube, Spotify. Did I miss one? I'm missing one on
Nope, you nailed it.
Oh, shit, I got it. Nice. Still want to know how Amazon Podcast works.
Never looked into it.
But we're there. You can find us. You can also find us on almost every social. You can either look for Roundabout Gaming or Roundabout Pod. Or Roundabout Pro. We are one of those on Instagram, Facebook, X, Blue Sky. I was thinking that one. I was about to call it something else for some reason.
Threads.
Don't know
Definitely
why.
not Truth.
We're not on Truth. Still haven't worked that out, but never one day will we.
Once Shane gets our website going, we'll focus on that.
Yeah. So please comment, subscribe, share. That would be fantastic. We are really excited about the 2026 year and what we are going to hopefully put out for y'all, what we are going to be able to produce and how much bigger we can get this. So please share, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.